Hey guys, my name is Ella. Welcome for all the new people. Welcome back if you're not new. So this is going to be a special reading, special message for everyone who is a Taurus or a Scorpio. So this is happening because there is certain planetary configuration which is very, very important for especially Scorpio and the Taurus as well, because Scorpio is Taurus's 7th house and Taurus is Scorpio's 7th house. 7th house is relationship and astrology. So this is going to be a quick mini reading, special basically message for all of the signs. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that, okay, to book readings, make sure you watch the videos that I just posted. Basically, I do not accept any bookings via any other platform other than Etsy. So if you want to book something, buy it through Etsy shop, and once you buy it, I'll get back to you. Another thing, also important announcement before we get started, is that giveaway for subscribers are soon going to be back. So if you remember, I think approximately in about October, we were doing weekly, bi-weekly giveaways for all the people who are subscribers. So this is something that's going to be back. I don't think we're going to be doing them weekly though, but we're going to be doing them bi-weekly and monthly for sure. So official announcement is coming, but I just wanted to mention something here. Anyway, not going to waste any more of your time. Let me just take a sip of coffee and we're going to get started. So, very important. Basically, if you're Taurus or Scorpio, like I mentioned, you are going through a lot of shifts of energy right now. So Uranus just entered Taurus, and many Taurus probably been feeling something. You could be feeling either more anxiety, more irritability, more just feeling like you are sick of the way how things were. You just cannot deal with things the way they were. This is because Uranus energy is that of a revolution, of a change, of breaking free from old patterns. It's something that will require you to go ahead and try things you have never tried before. Go ahead and basically free yourself. This is like, think of like Aquarius energy, of Uranus energy. This is like freedom and all of that. This is energy. And believe it or not, like week before I think Uranus entered Taurus, I don't know what happened to me, but I was like having on a replay that song, I forgot the name of it, but basically there was this huge performance Beyonce did with Kendrick, I think, on like something freedom and stuff. I was just listening on a replay and I was having this, I don't even know, like euphoric feeling from it. I was like, this really resonates with me right now energetically. And then I was like, Uranus goes into Taurus. So for Scorpio, you are affected because it's the sign opposite of you and it's the sign of your relationship. So a lot of Scorpios will be like, you know what? I've been doing this all my life in my relationships, no more. Like if I always had this kind of relationship or this kind of pattern, no more. And it's great because at first you're going to get really frustrated probably. And at first you're going to feel even a little bit kind of like you're off the rails, feeling that. It's okay. But eventually you're basically gonna know exactly what is it you want to change. So if you all your life had certain pattern in your relationships, right now it's kind of like this, not even like right now, it will depend on the degree of your ascendant, sun or moon, whatever you have, Scorpio and Taurus, and within the next 7 years your relationships are going to change. Maybe at first you're going to even attract a lot of people who will challenge the way you approach relationships. Something very different will come. But if you were ever in any kind of unhealthy dynamic where you kept repeating certain pattern and you were like, why is it always like this? I know a lot of Scorpios, especially all the time, complain. I'm one of them, so I'm not, throwing shade, but like, why is it always like this? Why is it always like this? I have very big hopes, and it usually works like that Uranus will offer you an opportunity to break free from whatever been holding you hostage. And for Taurus, this is you. So you guys can change yourself in a lot of different ways. Like if you always felt like you're stuck somewhere and you're not making a movement forward that you want, this energy is gonna allow you to break free again from whatever was belief systems, whatever like was holding you hostage, whatever was holding you back, whatever was not letting you spread your wings literally and fly. And maybe you were very passive, but you always wanted something, but you kind of like lacked either courage or determination. Whatever was the pattern that was basically keeping you stuck, Uranus is gonna make you a little bit all over the place at first, but it's ultimately gonna give you the push, give you the energy to make changes in your life that you ultimately want. And what else I was gonna add to this, and also important for both Scorpio again and Taurus, Mars is in the sign of Taurus right now. So it's, how would I put it? You could feel a little bit extra irritable now. I know I'm feeling this 100%. So normally when certain things don't trigger you, right now you're like this. It's okay, just try to calm yourself down, try to not react too much, try to figure out how to channel any kind of excess energy or anger, even energy in a healthy, productive way. Maybe right now you can get a lot of things done, reorganize your storage, I don't know, exercise, because this helps channel this energy. Otherwise, what happens is like you get all of this extra Mars energy and you become extra irritable. Scorpio, you can attract people like that, or you can lash out on someone in your relationships, hopefully not. And Taurus, you just feel like this in general. So anyway, having said all this, let's get your some tarot cards for you. We have here the big guns, the big tarot. It's literally called enormous or huge. Big tarot, gigantic tarot, something about that, something about tarot size. Anyway, let's see. For all my Taurus and all my Scorpio, what is the message we need to know? Okay, these two cards want to come out. We have here Six of Pentacles and we have here Two of Wands. So this is about, you know, Two of Wands more than anything is about making a plan for the future. A lot of you are, I think, reconsidering, again, like what I said with the astrology part, are reconsidering where you want to go, where you've been, what is it you want to accomplish, what is it you want to achieve, and you're going towards that energy. So with Two of Wands, maybe like some new ideas even came for you about your future, what you can do with your life. So it's important you listen to these impulses, listen to these urges. Also, if you're connecting with somebody, especially for Scorpios, could be a person from a different culture than you, or could be a person you will be meeting at a distance. With the Six of Pentacles card, I think you are rebalancing also your energy, how you deal with time, how you deal with your resources, with people. I almost feel like you are making this little review, internal review, like whether how much time you spend on something is worth what you are getting back. Maybe you could do something else and it would be more worth maybe your long-term, you know, plan or whatever. So there's some kind of reconsideration happening here. Taxes also could be dealing with taxes as well. Now, ouch, we have here a Tower. Here you go. This is to me pure like Uranus energy. So let's see what the Tower here is about. I knew it was gonna come. Okay, let's see. Tower, what is this Tower about? So we know that there's change coming. We know that there is transformation coming. What is this about? Okay, this card has to come out. How beautiful. I love these two cards together. It's literally Uranus and Pluto energy. Tower is about a shake-up of old belief system, of old format. Like maybe you believed in something for a while. Now you're like, I don't know if it serves my purpose. I don't know if this is what I actually want. And with the Judgment, there's an opportunity to really have an awakening. A wake-up call is available to understand whether what you've invested, whether what you've been investing into at this time is worth your energy. I feel like Judgment here is coming to important realizations. Some of them could be amazing realizations that will make you feel more happy and more free immediately. Others maybe will come with a little bit of, you know, some realizations are a little bit more painful at first, where you're like, I should have done that or that. So don't try to blame yourself, because this will only make you more stuck in the past. But whatever is this urges, realizations that are coming now, just really listen to them and follow that path. Because for a lot of you, you know, you're being called on a path. I think it has to do with self-expression for a lot of people, honoring your truth. So it's up to you how you're gonna follow it. Very important for you, I feel like, guys, right now, how are you using your time? Is it worth your time? What are you spending it on? Because maybe, you know, this time that you're working with could have been spent on something else. We have here Three of Pentacles and King of Swords. I feel like this is about even friendships, communities, projects that you're working on. with the King of Swords, you're becoming more like ruthless, but also more logical, more detail oriented, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, but that I don't have time, sorry, not sorry, kind of thing. I have this project in mind. I don't know how it's gonna be received, but I know I'm gonna, whatever statement I need to make, say you're working on some creative project, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make that statement. I don't know how it's gonna be received, but I gotta make my steps, I gotta go forward. Let's see. Okay, Ten of Swords. I was gonna literally just ask what is happening in the love life. I feel like with the Ten of Swords, there is an acknowledgement for some people here of an ending of a cycle, at least. An acknowledgement of how things really are and not how coping mechanism is trying to make them look like. An acknowledgement, like literally this happened or that happened, and being very honest with yourself, because what's coming in next life, what's coming in next life, yeah. So, ouch. Okay, bunch of cards flew out, but I'm not gonna take all of them. I'm gonna reshuffle. Give me just 1 or 2 cards. This card is so hard to shuffle. Okay, these 2 cards want to come out. What's coming next in your love life next? We have here the Moon and Page of Wands. The Moon is actually not a bad card, opposite to what many people think. With Page of Wands, this is about going in a different direction from where you were before, going maybe even on a trip, on a journey, communicating with people that are different from who you normally communicate. And I feel like with the Moon card, an important realization will be brought to the surface. You will be able, I think, to connect with somebody who, I don't know what they're gonna be like, but I feel like when you meet this person, something will finally click about your life, who you are attracted to, why you have some patterns, if this hasn't happened before, because I feel like for a lot of you it's already been happening. This could be the final stage. And let's just see who is in any new person that you need to be on the lookout for that's possibly is coming into your life. Because beautiful news, especially for all the Scorpios, is that Uranus in your 7th house is gonna bring you somebody very different. And what I've seen actually happened to one of people who I studied with, is that there were multiple hits of Uranus to their 7th cusp. At first they were meeting few people, either they married, divorced, or got into a relationship, and then, you know, it didn't work out. But when there was a 3rd and final last hit of Uranus, a lot of them found you know, a partner that they are currently at least with, hopefully will be for a long time. Because with Uranus you will meet people different than who you usually are with, and they're gonna be there also for a higher purpose. They're gonna be there for a reason. With Uranus energy, a person you can attract could be even actually in this new age spirituality field, astrologers, seen with Uranus. So for a lot of Scorpio risings, Taurus risings, maybe you will be connecting even with an astrologer. And also Uranus rule things like tech, technology, even any kind of you know, trading platforms, like especially when it comes to any kind of crypto stuff or whatever, anything like new media, even like social, not social media, but just basically new forms of technology. All of that Age of Aquarius type of stuff. 6 of Wands, so a person you could be connecting with could be successful, well celebrated. I don't want to say a Leo, because I know Scorpios especially get triggered when I say that. It could be, you know, could be different Leo from who you knew before. A person could have a lot of admirers, a lot of followers, but I feel like they're very dignified here. They know what they want and they're going towards their purpose. Let's take one last card for you guys. Special message. Anything else you need to know? We have here, and I saw this card before when I was shuffling, but I was gonna like wait if it comes out or not. The Lovers. So there will be a special relationship in the next, you know, this is like a 7-year almost like prediction, but I know that a lot of Scorpios especially are extremely jaded at this point by everything you guys have been through. I'm one of you guys, so I know. And it's almost like there is lack of faith at this point of whether something's gonna happen or not. A lot of you became really, I think, disappointed even in belief systems you've held before, certain things you were believing, and you're just realizing it's probably not working for you. And I'm not gonna say that, oh, go back to the belief system, not at all, but I think as much as these things in the past didn't work out, And it's very hard to believe, right, that in the future something's going to change, because if you've been repeatedly seeing certain trend, what's going to deviate from trend is almost going to be either an anomaly or a miracle. But however, with a Lover's card, I think for a lot of you, a relationship that you deserve, that you've earned at this point, will come. I cannot say when is it going to come, because this is going to be different for each and all of you. But I would say that it will have to do with the degree of your ascendant, sun or moon, what Taurus and Scorpio placements you have. I think this Uranus energy is gonna bring changes in your love life. So if, let's say, you all the time was stuck in certain patterns, stuck in certain just way of like constantly even attracting people who are narcissistic or abusive or this and this and that, first of all, I feel like a lot of you gonna be doing work on yourself, not meaning work on yourself healing or whatever, but actually working with this energy in a realistic way, whether it is being aware of patterns, working with specialists such as therapists, just even like becoming very aware, like when you meet a person, who are they? Like you cannot jump in right away into that very often if you know that you keep repeating certain pattern. You need to observe a person first. And it's hard because Scorpio, let's say for example, especially, is a very, very passionate sign. And even Taurus, as much as Taurus can be stable and grounded, their 7th house is Scorpio, so they can be like that in their relationships. But it's about getting to know a person, doing things basically different than what you were doing before. And Uranus transit in the next 7 years is going to bring you this opportunity to completely change the way you approach your relationship. So if something was always a certain way, Uranus is going to come in and be like, no, it's not happening. And the end result will be a loving relationship. We don't know if it's somebody new or somebody from the past. I like to say that you don't know what's going to happen, so don't completely write off people from the past, because who knows what's going to happen. But then again, if somebody loves you and if somebody is with you every day, you're going to be the first to know probably, right? So you don't need to wonder and question, oh, is it going to be them or is it going to be somebody else? When this person is going to come, and you're going to know that they are in your real life space, not in any kind of magical fairyland, fantasy land, but in your real life, and they with you, wanting to work on a real partnership with you, you will be the first to know it. But I think this kind of relationship will come. So Scorpios and Tauruses as well, do not lose hope. And look at this, bottom of the deck we have strength. So again, for somebody, could be a person with dominant Gemini, Leo. Let's take a few healing cards from my oracle deck and also from my shaman oracle deck as well. So cold here, I cannot wait to get out of this weather. If you see me, guys, I'm like, my energy been like really barely surviving. So we have here a card of understanding. So again, first step to changing situation about something is understanding why you're in this situation, what brought you up to this point, where you are, where you want to go. Think about, like, let's say you're lost somewhere. What are you going to do first? You're going to try to figure out where you are, how did you get there, maybe backtrack your steps and understand where you want to go from there. Maybe you don't know the whole journey, but maybe you know where it's the first stop you need to go seek, like, your basic needs to be met. So understanding where you are, what brought you to the point where you are right now. There's nothing wrong with it. What I feel like you just need to understand here something. And we also look at, oh my god, we have understanding and clarity. I like when it's so funny. Understanding and clarity. So you have clarity and you have understanding. You have clear, basically, understanding of where you are, how to go forward. This is beautiful. Let's take one more card from here. And creativity. So a lot of you are going to be channeling your experiences into creative fields. Creativity is what's going to help you and support you as well in this journey. And let's take your shaman oracle and close this reading. We have here Dance of Inspiration, so kind of like same message, right? Such as creativity. So for now, use the inspiration, use the creativity you have to channel it into something, to create, into anything. Get inspired for your new life, because there are going to be changes in your life. Get inspired, get excited for new things to come. You don't need to stay anywhere where you feel you're not happy. You don't have to force yourself to constantly work on yourself or constantly do this and this and that and listen to what others have to say, including me. Listen to yourself first, but also, you know, consider it from different viewpoints. Again, Uranus and Scorpio is gonna, Uranus and Taurus is gonna bring a lot of changes into the lives of Tauruses and Scorpios. And astrology is the most accurate thing, to be honest. As much as I love tarot, for me tarot is a visual and a fun thing, but the reason why I always check charts first is because there's nothing more, you know, accurate than astrology. Tarot can show you different energy deviations and things, but astrology is, for me at least, is the ultimate truth, is what I always consult first. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this special reading that I did for you. Again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you have Instagram, follow me there. It's Astro in Wonderland. And also, again, for all the bookings, go to Etsy shop. Do not book through other forums because this creates issues. Etsy shop, if you'd like anything. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.